I don't want to go to school. What's the point?
Well, that's easy. You have to go to school because you have to.
Why?
Well, I don't know why we have to go to school. Maybe we should ask the other animals on the farm. Why don't we go ask Nan, the sheepdog?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Manand, we're wondering why we should go to school. What's the point of education?
I'll actually have three different theories on what education is for. The first one is that it is essentially a 4-year intelligence test. The second theory is that education is all about learning and social interaction. The experience and knowledge are far more important than grades, jobs, etc. My third theory is that school prepares you for the job you are going to do in the world. All those theories have their pluses and minuses. What do you think, guys?
That was good, but I still don't understand. Maybe we should talk to Plato, the barn owl.
What is the point of education? Why, it's to remember, of course. Education is about recalling what you already know. Everything you need to know already exists within you. You never truly learn anything. You simply remember it. Teachers are only there to help you remember. Education does not come from outside stimuli, but from within.
That was interesting. Maybe we should ask the Renaissance sheep, De Pizan, Bruto, and Castiglione.
Education is a necessity that not only men should acquire, but women should too. Some men think that women are incapable of learning, but esteemed men think differently and have made a point to educate their girls. The only reason that women do not know as much as men is because men disallow women to learn in the first place. Women are capable of anything men are. I say ba to your opinion, Miss Dipazone. In my oh so humble opinion, a proper woman has no business sticking her nose in a book when she should be taking care of the kids and preparing supper for the family. The only thing education will do for a woman is fully spoil her demeanor, ruin her virtues, and lay waste to her morals. She should stick with a needle and a thimble. Baba, Bruto, Baba! I completely agree, but what about the qualities of a man must possess? I say every man should know how to handle arms. Men must learn from their superiors. He must have knowledge in the arts, letters, speaking, and of course, music and instruments.
We could ask Locke the horse. I wonder what he thinks.
Let us know all types of moral education are the way to go. As for the goal of education, it is to create a virtuous man. It is important to learn to override your desires. Rules have their place, but children learn best through self-esteem and disgrace. Corporal punishment is only necessary in severe cases. Through my style of learning, one becomes a servant of reasons, not a slave of passion.
Ooh, maybe we could ask Rousseau the rat. Bonjour, bonjour. Allons-y, kids. Gather round and listen to what old Rousseau the rat has to say. Why do we go to school? The way I see it, you go to school to learn things that are necessary. That's the most important thing. When should you learn to write? When you need to write. When should you learn to read? When you need to read. Once you learn the necessities, you can learn what you want. Also, it's very important that you learn naturally. Don't let those teachers of yours corrupt you too much. You may not be very rational, but you're a lot better off now than you'll be once you spend a bit of time in society. Ha! So try to spend as much time as you can in nature. Learn naturally, and hopefully your teachers will let you learn through natural consequences. That's my take on it.
I know. We should ask our moms.
It was the thing to do, even though I didn't know what I wanted to do. It's always important for a woman to have a college degree in this day and age because she never knows when she is going to have to support herself. It's okay for a woman to work as well as run the household. I also believe it is just fine of women who want to strictly be moms or just career-based women.
Awesome. The reason you should go to college is to become independent. It also helps you to get a good job and makes you successful.
College was a great experience for me. I loved having the independence and learning about a field I was interested in. I started out as a business major, but decided after my first year that that wasn't what I was interested in. I changed my major to communications and loved it. I learned a lot in college, but the thing I learned the most was that I love to learn. I think graduating from college is important. I think it is important to go to college. But I don't think college graduates owe something to society. But I do think as a whole they contribute a great amount to the good of society. I think college gives students a great sense of independence and the ability to learn the things they are most interested in.
College is to prepare you for a better career, give you the opportunity to grow and mature and better yourself. Getting educated in a more variety of categories is important, and you get to meet lots of new people and opens up new doors for employment. It's pretty necessary anymore to get a job. I think that some of the classes are unnecessary for your career, but still important to know for your benefit of a better education, and college should be more of a trade school type system. I do think that the price definitely outweighs the benefit.
You go to school so you can get a job. Simple as that. You don't want to be flipping burgers your whole life. College teaches you what you need to succeed in the job world. Granted, you have to pay an arm and both your legs to be able to afford such an education.
We should ask my friends Dr. Tess, the vet, and Drew, the farmer. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to the world to maximize our education. It is a moral obligation to our fellow men and to do the best we can with what we have. Well, yeehaw! Education is great, but do it with the purpose. Don't just get a degree so you always get a job. Find what you love what you do, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Wow, those were really interesting, but I still don't know what I think about education. What do you guys think?
In today's day and age, you have to go to school. High school without a doubt. Plus college or some kind of school on top of that. Whether it be college or trade school or journeyman or apprenticeship. Even with that, which is a bare minimum, you might not even get a job. School is just a necessity of life anymore. Without it, your chances of getting a job to support yourself or your family are slim.
My own opinion of education didn't change necessarily from talking to the others, but it gave me a better understanding of what I think the value of higher education is. Men and women are all equally capable of learning, and I believe all women should further their education so they can support themselves if need be. College is both socially and educationally important because it takes us out of our comfort zone and helps us think and analyze things about the world that we wouldn't otherwise have done on our own time.
I believe that Menand's theory, too, should be the main reason one goes to college. I think that people should go to college for more than just to earn a degree, but for the sake of being well educated and learning about things in and outside of the classroom.
The reason college is important is because you get all the skills and training to get a job. You are also able to make more money. Out of Menand's 3 theories, his third theory most closely relates to my reasons for wanting to go to college.
I feel if you're not going to have a doctorate, then vocational education is just fine. Why should one have to learn a subject if he or she will never use?
I feel like I agree a lot with Menand the Sheepdog's second theory of education. I want to go to school to meet new people, experience different points of view, and learn lots of new things. I'm a big fan of learning for the sake of learning. I want to know as much as I can. I think Locke the Horse makes some good points on education. I think his structure is good, and I really admire his idea that everyone is an individual and learns differently. He also treats children like rational beings, aka humans, and I think that's important. But Rousseau the Rat also makes some good points about being free to learn in your own way. but he's a bit too cynical towards society for me. I'm a bit idealistic, but essentially I want to go to school to learn.
You know what? I think that everybody is different, and all of the reasons for going to college, or not going to college, for that matter, are completely valid. I'm not entirely sure what I believe yet, but that's okay because everybody gets to discover what works for best for them.